We are live. This is Reseller Wake Up episode 198, and it's Thursday. Yep. I'm confusing myself. Keep going to Wednesday, then Thursday again, then back to Wednesday. I gotta really try and keep it more same bat time, same bat channel all the time. But I've been really inconsistent. Sorry about that, guys. But if you subscribe to my channel or join my Facebook group, then you'll know whenever I come on. I post the link a couple hours before I start most of the time. So easy way to follow the show if so inclined. But what's up with you, Dusty? How you been, man?
Since we talked last night.
I know, like 6 hours ago, 8 hours ago.
Been good, man. It's cold as crap here, and I'm just trying to stay warm, and it's raining, and it's supposed to turn to ice tomorrow, so I'm like mentally making all those preparations of, in Alabama, you go and get milk and bread, basically, which is like, what the hell are you going to do with that? I'm lactose intolerant. I only drink milk, but if you had eggs, you can make French toast. But, just trying to think of everything I got to get done today. Went up to the garage and got some stuff that I had to ship out. I've already got all my eBay shipping done. It's all on the front porch waiting for the post lady. And then I got one FedEx package to drop off. And that's it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's like 40, 50 degrees here. Still sunny and nice. I like this weather a lot here. I've had issues. What's up, Ronnie? How you doing, man?
What up? Nothing much.
Shipping? Yeah, I had no eBay sales last night. That was weird, but I had like a bunch on Merchant Fulfilled on Amazon. So I'm liking Merchant Fulfilled more and more. It seems like I can list a lot of stuff like really fast on Amazon, and it's just so easy. But I don't know. eBay still. I've been doing good on eBay every other day this week. God, I've been doing like $300 a day consistently for like the last couple weeks, just because I've been listing. But of course, I didn't list anything yesterday, and boom, wake up to no sales. It's the story of eBay, right?
Sold all my stuff.
Chad, what's happening?
Look, it's Chad and Ronnie. My Amazon's way down because I just haven't fed anything to it. So I got so much eBay crap in my office. That's my bread and butter. That's instant money on the PayPal card. I need to be listing it. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting stuck in the house for 2 or 3 days and forcing me to do. I always had this dread when I list eBay stuff. Like, I hate listing. And I think it becomes more of a mental block.
Mm-hmm.
The minute I pick up that digital camera, flip on my photo lights back there, the minute I take that first photo, dude, I'm in the groove, and I can just go and go and go and go. So it's really ignorant of me because it's like a mental block more than anything. What? Chad's agreeing.
I know, right? He heard you say ignorant of me, and he's
I mean, it's really stupid because I will some days I'll sit here like petrified, like just staring at the crap, like I don't want to, and I'm like, I just need to get over it.
I do want to interrupt real quick and say, Dusty, appreciate it, buddy. You just leaving Ronnie and I out to dry, man. We were sitting there talking to you mid-sentence. You were gone.
Well, I did it mid-sentence, so you think I got disconnected.
It's like, where did he go?
Yeah, somebody doesn't pay attention to when I'm going live.
What's going on, Paul?
Not much. Just doing the show. I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning. I was messing around with stuff for about an hour, just checking Amazon, checking eBay, and I was like, all right, I can't sit here and stay awake. So I forced myself to go back to sleep, and woke up at a normal time, got my kid to school, and here I am. But yeah, I gotta get a couple 10 or 20 things listed today, I think, and then find some time to get to the gym at some point, but we'll see if that happens. Been trying to spend more time at home, but one of the questions that we had today in the chat, or in my group, I asked people to post up questions, comments, whatever, like suggestions for topics in the video today in my Facebook group, and somebody asked, let's see, Mandy Edwards, I'd love to hear on what you guys do to make listing faster. What's your process to list items on eBay? I need to figure out a system because right now I can only manage 2 items an hour. I mean, what do you guys suggest for? I mean, I've got a lot of suggestions. There's a lot of things you can do to speed things up, but I mean, you just got to make it a process. What's up, Chad? What do you think?
I think, okay, and you know, I've said this a million times, it's all about mindset, okay? What I do, and it's different for everybody, but you need to find your particular thing. I turn on my music, okay, that I enjoy. It gets me motivated. A lot of times, having a friend in there, you know, to talk while we're listening without, it's almost like if you can have a conversation with somebody without stopping and cracking a beer, sitting back and start talking, okay, that can be actually productive if you have that other person there. It's just really, you need to find within yourself what gets you motivated and what, so many people have, you know, they talk about, well, I'll take several pictures of several different items and sit down, you know, try to streamline their process. I think if you have a mindset to where you're productive, it doesn't really matter how you do it. Okay, I think that's the key, is to get your mind right before you start working on getting your streamline, you know, getting it done faster and faster and faster. See, I think with the person who wrote that, it's a mind thing. They need to get their mindset right. If they're only listening 2 things an hour, then if they're distracted by certain things, then they need to look into why they're being distracted or something like that.
Distractions are big for me. I've got a YouTube playlist of all my favorite songs, and when my tastes change, I just add or delete, and I have that usually going in one tab. Got my music pumped up. I close my door so it doesn't bother everybody else in the house. The biggest thing for me is not taking a picture of an item and then coming over here, uploading the photos and listing. Pick 7 or 8 items or 10 items. Take pictures of 10 items. This is what works for me. Bring it over here. Upload all your pictures to your computer or whatever. Then list all 10 items. And specifically, what probably is my biggest time saver, I keep multiple browser tabs open. I always have in my farthest left tab, I always by default have eBay completeds sorted by price plus shipping highest first. So when I find an item, when I want to, I'm listing, I always use this roll of tape as an example for everything. I'm listing rolls of tape, and so I go over there and I put in EcoSwift 2-inch tape in that tab. Boom. Wow, that one sold for really good money. I kind of glance at all the other ones. I use Sell Similar on everything. I don't create listings from scratch. I use Sell Similar, so what it does is pulls over the category, pulls over their title, and then you just tweak those few little specifics. For my description, I keep a WordPad document on my desktop on my computer that says, has a blurb about, make me an offer by clicking the Make Offer button, free shipping available to the United States only, international shipping available through the Global Shipping Program. I cut and paste that into every description. And then I'll write a simple, you know, this is a 2-inch roll of tape, will fit a 2-inch gun, it's 110 yards long. Just simple like that, boom, done. Upload your pictures and you're done.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I just copy and paste my entire description. I keep my description, like the item condition, pretty short and sweet. You know, if it's clothing, it's like no rip, stains, or tears, or I list any defects, like there's a hole in a pocket or something like that. I mean, it's just, you know, if it's a video game, it's like it's complete or it's missing the manual. Like if something's wrong with it, I mention that first. But yeah, I do the same thing with the copy and pasting. I like the Sell Similar idea. I don't do that, but I might try that out and just start doing it. The only problem is a lot of the higher price listings, it seems like they have a lot of HTML code and stuff embedded, and it's just annoying going back through and trying to.
It won't pull over. It won't pull over any of their description or anything. It just pulls the category and the title, and sometimes it'll pull over their item specifics. So I mean, you know, my thinking is if you're looking at completed, you're looking at highest. Obviously, to get that price or be one of the highest, they did something right. They hit the right category. They hit the right keywords in the title. You know, you can always tweak those things. It's not like you're stuck with what they have, but it saves that whole going and searching. Like it's been years since I clicked want to sell your item, click sell, you know, put in a few words and we'll help you find your category. I use Sell Similar on everything. I just assumed, I guess, everybody else listed that way.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I could see how that would speed things up a lot for sure. And then, like me, I do it the other way though. Like I'll look for price plus shipping lowest first to see how cheap the stuff is going for and how many pages of 50-cent, $1, $2 items I have to deal with before you start getting to the like the reasonable prices. And then I'll go back and switch it and check the highest first. The only thing I don't like about the highest first, it never fails. It seems like there's just like a page of completely ridiculous prices on stuff, especially if it's like a Ralph Lauren polo. It's like, how did that thing sell for $950? You know, there's like a page of those before you get to, okay, now we're getting down into the $20 or $30 range.
You know, here's, hold on, I got 50. Let me just show you. Close that. Start screen share. Share. All right, can you present me? Like if I was selling that thermostat, for instance. Can y'all see me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
All right, this page, this is always kind of set up by default.
Hey, I've seen that.
That was something Ronnie actually picked up this morning, and when he was checking Amazon prices, because the price seemed unrealistically high, he's like, "Is that for real?" And he was out and he was on his mobile phone, so I jumped over on eBay and I was like, "Hell yeah, it is." But okay, well I'm in sold only, but usually I'll just do completed. Okay, so I see green, black, so that tells me they're probably a little too high or they did something wrong. If I was listing that, I would go in here and I'd go Wi-Fi Vision Pro 8000. Wow, look at all the keywords they got in there. I'd probably leave brand new out if I needed to add a few more keywords. I'd click sell one like this, and it would. Well, let's see what happens. It pulls over the category. Boom, they nailed it. I don't have to mess with that. Pulled over. If I like that, I'll just go with that. Because theirs was new, it pulls over new condition. I can do my photos, grab my barcode scanner, bam, hit the UPC. They've already got the model, all that crap. Paste my little blurb here. All my shipping crap is already all set up, and I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, so you could literally do, I mean, even with photos and everything, especially items like that. I find it depends on what you're trying to sell. If you're doing like something in a box with a barcode or some kind of electronics or something like that,
right?
Like DVD players or CD players, like little personal CD players, those sell really good. DVDs, video games, any of that, that's just like 2 or 3 pictures and you've got it covered, those seem a lot faster. But if you're doing like clothing where you got to set it up on the mannequin or hang it up, set up your backdrop, get the right angle so that you don't have to do all that, then that's where it ends up being hours, it seems like, to be like
Well, I just listed yesterday, I picked up some brand new games. One of them was like the Game of Life, New York Life Edition. Okay, it was brand new sealed. In my description, I put brand new factory sealed. That's it. That's all I put in the description. Because, I mean, what else is there? Really? It's brand new sealed in box. I didn't even copy the title down like I normally do. On stuff like that is just so simple, brand new sealed in box. I mean, that's all they need. They're looking for that game, and they find it. They look at it's brand new sealed in box. Then okay, that's it. You don't need anything else. You don't need this big 14 paragraph about international shipping, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I mean, just all this nonsense. Shorter is better. Less is more.
Right. I mean, if I've got, let's say I'm selling this roll or this like tape measure, it's like my keyword 16-yard tape measure, whatever, and then then in the description I would just put, let's see, Illinois industrial tool, 16-foot tape measure. You will receive what is pictured. Contact me if you have questions. Check out my other auctions for more of the kind of stuff that I sell, like games, books, clothing, collectibles, electronics.
What you're talking about, if you have any questions, let me know. Check out my other auctions. That you can have in a, I mean, I literally, it's a notepad. I'm not even fancy. I don't use Microsoft Word. It's a notepad document on my desktop that has all that crap, and I just go over, highlight it, right-click it, cut it, paste it back in there.
Well, and there's a reason on whenever you go to click new or used, when you click new, it doesn't give you a condition box. I mean, there's no condition box. So, I mean, that should be enough to tell you that your buyer expects to get something that's new. You shouldn't have to put the condition in your description. You know, I do put brand new sealed in box because that's what it is in case, you know, there's no item condition or anything like that. But I mean, it's just, but there will be some people that will go through and like
they have a dissertation of every single little thing,
and it just takes longer and longer and longer to get to that next listing.
Right.
And from a buyer standpoint, to me, that's kind of, I mean, of course, I'm going to go with whatever's the best value. Turn off if you're buying stuff, and people have, and no offense if you use Octiva or whatever and do a one of those stupid templates that aren't mobile friendly half the time, by the way. I don't want to search through. I don't want to look at all that crap. I want to know what I'm buying. I would buy Chad's board game because it says brand new sealed, because maybe in the picture I can't really tell if it's got plastic wrap because, you know, it's translucent, whatever. But hey, he says brand new sealed in plastic. Boom, his price is great. Done. Click it, buy, go. And I think I would like to think that most people shop like that anymore.
Yeah.
Many people shop from smartphones. They don't want to jump through hoops. They want to click a button, and it's there in 2 or 3 or 4 days and be done with it.
Right. Well, the nice thing about having a really short, sweet, mobile-friendly description is when you are searching on your phone, it shows up, and they can read it all right there. They don't have to click on another thing. It's like they click on your auction, and they see it. It says, you know, like if the first thing in the item condition description is what's wrong with it, they're going to see that first. They're going to go, okay, that's no big deal, or nope, can't buy that. It's missing the manual. Or then when you go down to the description, if the first sentence is up for sale is exactly what is for sale, then that's it. That's all they need to see, and they can make a decision right there on the spot. But I mean, that's what I always tell people to just make those descriptions as short and sweet. Plus, it takes less time. You know, I mean, I copy and paste too, just like I said. There's same kind of thing as you, Dusty. I've got it all written up and just dink, copy and paste into everything, and then there's just like 1 or 2 lines that I write down. Like for brand new stuff, yeah. Like I sold a Star Wars Monopoly the other day, and it had a crushed corner or something like that, but it was still brand new and sealed. Like everything inside was sealed. So the first thing I put in the condition description is this item has damage that can be seen in the pictures. Otherwise, it's brand new, factory sealed. Damage during shipping, whatever. And I mean, if it sells, but it'll be like nobody would have any excuse not to see that.
Yeah. What about you, Ronnie? I mean, you do the clothing, which will probably takes a little bit more of a description.
I literally put in the description what I want. First, I mean, I have a template for what I sell for dress shirts and stuff like that. It's already saved. So I just go into the sell thing, go down to template. That it's not just a template, it's just, you know, some words, and I just kind of copy into that, take out some words, and add whatever shirt it is, and then just sell similar as I get going. And it's just all based on, I already know what I'm going to price something at 99.9% of the time. You know, there's no looking it up, no figuring out what it is. So I already know what I'm going to get for it, and I just kind of go with all dress shirts at once. Then I'll go on to casual shirts and try to make it more easy instead of jumping around from maybe a sport coat to a suit to a jacket, and then I'm looking at a hat. No, I try to do everything, you know, where it's easiest as can be and just go through. I take my, you know, and as my pictures are uploading, I'll take the measurements real fast. I do it that way because in the beginning I wrote it down on a notepad, and I was getting confused on sometimes what shirt was what, because you start listing a bunch of shirts that all look similar, and you kind of, or you'll write stuff down. Sometimes you can't read your writing. That's one thing with me. I'm looking at the piece of paper going, is that an 8 or is that a 2? What is that? You know, so I've gotten into the system of just writing it right then and there. And, you know, I'll get I mean, I can start going through shirts at like probably 4 or 5 minutes each one, getting them up and everything like that. If I'm not distracted or anything, and just go and get 10, 12 listings done in an hour. You know, sit down for 3, 4 hours and not just list away.
Yeah.
I do have problems with getting distracted sometimes, though, and Ronnie and Dusty both. My house is a madhouse, guys, but we love it. Okay, we do, we love it. And over the past month, there's been a big, huge distraction, and that is Logan and Katie's wedding that just happened this past weekend. And now I'm starting to breathe again and getting motivated because I haven't done anything over the past month. Nothing. But now it's time to get motivated and get back to work. And we have an echo.
Is it mine?
Check one. Check. I don't know.
I see in the chat. I see in the chat there's some discussion. Somebody asked. They said they had a lot of. It was Uphone iFlip. Said they had a lot of people asking for measurements on shoes lately, and one of the comments that was made by, I think it was Cherry Vintage. I don't remember. Oh yeah, says Cherry Vintage says that's because the shoe size can vary style to style and manufacturer to manufacturer. Ronnie, you're a shoe man. Do you measure the
He left.
inside of? Awesome.
I never measure shoes, and I have never. I mean, I've had one pair of shoes get returned, maybe 2 pairs of shoes get returned in the last like 6 or 8 months. I mean, I don't sell that many, maybe 3 or 4 pairs a week, but I mean, I don't really list that many either. Like I might have 24 pairs of shoes listed at a time. It's a real small part of my business, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like most people know the brands, and especially men's shoes. Like if you walk into a shoe store, when was the last time you had to go and check different sizes, like go and see if this size fit? Like if I'm a 10.5. If I walk into a shoe store and I put a 10.5 on, 95% of the time it fits, unless it's a boot. Then I got to go a size down. I know that, and people who wear boots know that.
Unless I ordered some Fry boots for myself for Christmas, and and one of my feet's a 9.5, the other one's a 10. This particular style, and the cool thing about Amazon though is on Amazon it'll tell you if it what. I don't know. I have one foot that's smaller than a half a size. It's always been that way. Shut up. But the cool thing about Amazon, it'll tell you when people do reviews, they can tell you, does this fit as expected? And I should have read it better. That it flat out said, everybody said, order a size bigger than what you need. Mm-hmm. And of course, I ordered a 10. I could not get my foot in them to save my life, so I returned them, and I actually ordered an 11, and they fit perfectly. So yeah, I mean, some things. All the other Fry boots that I've ever tried on, 10 fits fine, but apparently that one particular style. So I mean, I can kind of see people asking for measurements. Is it a pain in the butt? Yeah, I don't know where it is right now. My wife's got a one of those clothing measuring tapes. Is not like the metal rigid ones, but I'm talking about the floppy.
Yeah, like these things.
Seamstress type tapes. Yeah. I just, when I've had to measure, I just shove that all the way to the toe and go all the way to the back, and boom, there you go.
Well, I think I had just gotten a message. I had some Victoria's Secret, those sweater boots, mutlux type things.
Yeah,
I got a message from a lady saying, I have the pink ones, and my foot runs large, and I wear a size 10 from the pink ones, and yours are size 11. Will those fit me? I'm like, what? Right. I mean, instead of just trying to go, I sent a simple message back saying, I'm really not totally sure, but, rest assured, we are more than willing to take a return, if it doesn't fit you. Not a problem whatsoever. I mean, something like that instead of, I don't understand the thinking and that comes with a lot of the measurements. Just because you measure the inside of your shoe, and yeah, people have been asking that, doesn't mean that shoe's going to fit them. I mean, because the width of it, do you get in there and measure the width of it? I mean, because for me and my shoes, the width is everything. Because that's where it hurts my feet. Because I'm wide, and we have an echo.
It's not me.
It's Paul.
Yeah, it probably is. I switched to. Let me go find a pair of headphones real quick, guys. Go ahead and chat.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk about me. Go ahead and talk about me while I'm gone.
Yeah, we will, won't we? No, guys, I got a couple announcements. I'm really excited tonight. I'm going to be on Jason T. Smith's show, Thrifty Business. We're going to have a friendly debate over. He's a big Spice Girls fan, and I'm a big Selena fan, and we're kind of have a friendly debate over what's better. I don't really know the different. The different aspect, collectability, because that's where I'm going to really, because Dusty and I have been looking, and some of this stuff that we find on the Selena stuff is just outrageous. But if you want to learn about some collectability of like Selena or the Spice Girls, and plus we're going to talk about thrifting, garage selling, listing on eBay and stuff like that. So it's on Jason Smith's channel, Jason T. Smith, I'm sorry, on YouTube. And if you're not familiar, I'll be posting a link in the Reseller Society on my personal Facebook page and on my our fan page, the Golden Finger Picker on Facebook. And if you guys haven't heard, July 23rd and 24th in, oh my gosh, I did it again. It's the Midwest Ecom Conference. Dusty, can you look at the location where it's at, because I always forget this.
It is in.
I keep thinking Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but it's not. It's in Minnesota. It's in yes, it's in Minnesota. It's in.
It's in Bloomington, Minnesota.
No, it's a bigger city. Yeah, it's Bloomington, but it's a bigger city. Minneapolis. Yes, okay, Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the Ecom Midwest. Man, I am just totally screwing this up. It's the Midwest Ecom Conference, and there's going to be a ton of people there going to speak. Kim and I are going there to speak, and the speaking, and I've said this before, the speaking stuff is really cool. You can learn some new stuff, but the meat and potatoes is the networking. It's the talking face to face with the like-minded people, and that's what I'm really looking forward to, is actually meeting all you folks. So. It does cost $250 a person. You can go to MidwestEcom.com and register. If you can use the promo code CHAD20, and that'll get you some money off, as well as if you have a group of 4 or more, let me know and we can put you in touch with them. There's a huge discount on that. I'm talking hundreds of dollars worth of discounts. So man, I'm looking forward to really meeting some folks, and I think Paul is up in that area, and I don't see any reason why he should not be there. You're muted.
What if you don't have 4 friends?
Well, no, you can, I mean, just like, it's like you, say for instance, like you, Danica, I don't know, Paul, it's, you guys all say, okay, we're going, and then you just pull the money together and you order the tickets. You don't have to drive there together.
I still say somebody needs to do like a Southeast resellers conference or something, somewhere like Atlanta where it's cheap for everybody that's not nearby to fly into. It's a major airport hub, or Nashville. I like those two because they're close to me. But
yes, I've already seen some comments about the jacket and what happened. That's messed up, Dusty. People are talking about stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Dusty did some horrible things to my Selena jacket. He desecrated it, and he will pay. He will pay. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, whatever. Paul, are you back?
He's still muted. Hello, Paul.
Check.
You're still, your mic is dead, dude. You're unmuted, but your mic doesn't work. You probably put your headphones in the mic, Jack. Anyway, oh, and don't forget.
Headset the other day.
Yeah, that's those. Don't forget to check out the Resellers Pulse tomorrow night on my channel. See, we're getting back into all this after I've been off for a whole month. I'm excited to get back behind the camera or in front of the camera and doing what we love to do. So, yeah. And Paul is still dead.
Just go back. You weren't echoing bad.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
He may have to leave and come back in.
Oh, we will.
When I plug my headset, I have to do that so that Google Hangouts will re-recognize where the input's coming from.
Yeah, you need to refresh because you're still dead.
So are you flying up there or driving up there?
We're flying.
I was like, Minneapolis, because that's a long.
Yeah.
That'd be a long, dude. That would take you. That'd take you a month and a half to get there.
It would.
When Chad goes on a trip, Chad is all like when he came up here to visit us. He's all about the like taking the road less traveled to check out the junk stores, and I think it took you like 2 days to get here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 6
But
hours.
the good thing about this conference is it's in July, so it does cost some money. It costs money to put this on, so that's where that money's going. But I mean, this is January, so you, as resellers, guys, it does take time, and you do not see me promoting anything like a paid book, a program. I don't promote any type of stuff like that. But I always would promote networking with people, and it just so happens that it costs some money to put this on. So, and that's where that money falls into. You're not, it's what you make it out to be. So if you go to this and you're a quiet person, you sit in a corner, you may not get anything out of it. You need to be a social butterfly, come up and say hi and let's talk and have some drinks, and that's what it's about. That's where the meat and potatoes happen. That's where you learn the secrets. And I was in I'm not even going to mention the name, but I was on a show, and that person talked, about what they were doing and stuff, and it was Ronnie, myself, Elena, and after the show, we were just talking, and that's when it's like, yes, yes, yes. So it's on a more of a personal level, and you get so much more, and I'm just really excited about that. So, is there anybody in the chat that is planning on going? Yeah, it's right next to the Mall of America. Paul, can you hear us?
Poor Paul.
Shake your head. You're gonna go, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It must have come loose or something. Am I still echoing?
No, you're fine now.
Oh, good. All right, so that works.
Get us back on subject.
Okay.
No, you're going, right?
It's not near me at all. I'm in Colorado, and Wisconsin it's Wisconsin, right? Or is it Milwaukee? Yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's like the Midwest. I mean,
no,
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I'll have to look it up and see where we're at on that. I didn't get an invitation.
Well, it's not an invitation. You go and register.
Do they know who I am? Do they know who I am?
Oh, you meant that type of invitation. Well, get yourself out there like you have been.
No, I will. I mean, that's also my birthday, so I don't know what I've got planned.
Plan to meet me. Come on. Come and meet us.
Yeah, maybe I'll just put up a link in my group and see how many tickets I can sell.
Don't make me put all my effort into Adam Hazard because he's going. So, I'm excited to meet Adam.
Yeah, he promised to go last year, and he had issues with like just unexpected life crisis that lasted like a month. That took a long time for him to get over. But,
yeah. But looking forward to it, guys. So, and don't forget to check out tomorrow night the Resellers Pulse with Ronnie, myself, and Pete, the Craigslist hunter. Look forward to getting that back on schedule. So awesome.
Nice.
Yes. Tickets still available? Question mark. Are you talking about the Surges or the Midwest Ecom? Of course. www.midwestecom.com. I just turned your show into a big ass commercial. Sorry about
I know,
that.
right? Where's my affiliate?
I'll get you a discount on your ticket if you want to go.
All right.
Bronco.
So yeah. Anyway, we were talking about shipping, or not shipping. We were doing that last night. Talking about speeding up listing. One of the things that I wanted to mention. One of the things that I do for when I'm taking pictures, it's like one less step. You don't have to like take the camera off the tripod and get the SD card out and take it and stick it in your computer and all that. I've got an old Samsung Galaxy S4 phone. It's not even activated. I just use it for like around the house for like if I want to listen to Pandora or I use it for the remote on my TV because I have a Samsung TV. Just all that kind of stuff. But I also have it hooked up to Dropbox, and I have a Samsung Smart camera. And what that is, it's just like a regular camera that can hook up to a Samsung phone, and they link together, and then it automatically uploads the photos as I take them to my phone. And then as soon as I shut the camera off, it automatically uploads all the pictures that I just took to Dropbox. And then I can come downstairs to my computer and start listing. All my computers are there in my Dropbox. They're all ready to go. And that little step right there actually saves me tons of time because my camera is one of those you gotta like take the entire thing off of the tripod and pop it out and to get to the SD card and all that stuff. But you can, if you don't have a smartphone, you can also get one of these little SD card Wi-Fi cards. I'll get you guys. I'm gonna put a link to it in the chat for y'all, just in case you want to go and check them out on Amazon. That's Dusty's affiliate link, by the way, not mine. But yeah, it is an affiliate link. So if you make a purchase, then I'll, get a little kickback to Dusty. But it's basically what it is. It's just a regular SD card. You put it into your camera. You download a little app for your computer or your phone or whatever, and then it'll just make it so that whenever you take a picture, it'll upload to your phone. I actually have
Upload to your computer.
It'll upload it to your computer. I don't know if it goes straight to Dropbox or if it's its own thing. I don't have an iFi card. I was using one of these for a while. The Toshiba Flash Airs. They're not as good. Like everybody that I've talked to that uses the iFi said it was easy to set up, no issues, works really fast, blah, blah, blah. These Flash Airs, don't waste your time. They're too complicated. They're like you have a whole bunch more steps that you have to go through. You have to like manual. It doesn't do anything automatically. The camera has to be turned on. Yeah, that's what Dusty's holding it up right now.
That's an S. That's not. That's just an SD card. But explain to me on that iFi card. So you stick it in. Let's say this is the iFi card. I stick it in my camera, and it's going to transmit from here to whatever Wi-Fi I have it connected to, like my desktop. How do they fit Wi-Fi in that card?
Wi-Fi is actually the actual chip is nothing.
I mean, they fit it in phones and stuff, so I guess that makes sense. But that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty amazing, but I mean it's true. They're handy. I mean it's just that one little extra or that little step that it takes out. It's so much faster. And the other thing is I do a lot of photo editing. Like I can never get my photographs to have like a pure white background and like I gotta go back and cut out like corners and stuff because my backdrop's kind of small for stuff like big electronics or Guitar Hero guitars. Like I'll have stuff in the corners, where I'll have to erase that out and stuff like that. And it doesn't take that long, but if I'm using an SD card, it's like it takes forever to save. Like I'll do my editing and then I'll hit save, and then it takes like 10 seconds for it to save before I can open up another one. When it's on my Dropbox, for some reason, it's instant, and it's just way faster. So I don't know. I like Dropbox a lot, but I've been promising that video for so long how I edit my photos because really it doesn't take that much time. I'll edit like probably 50 photos, 100 photos in like 20 or 30 minutes. It's like nothing to do quick editing, and it makes them look so much better. Like no matter what I do, I can't get them to look perfect. But once I start breaking out the GIMP, which is the program I use, I mean it's just like a couple of clicks and it looks great.
I don't edit. I mean, the only time I'm not gonna lie, I'm lazy. The only time I try to get it right the first time, you know what I mean? Like with my lighting set up, the lighting is usually perfect. And the only time I really have to edit is if my two photo thingies back there are too close and I get the corner of them. And then I usually use the eBay, the picture uploader. When you're uploading the pictures, you can actually crop a little bit. I'll just crop a little bit in there. I mean, my process is cheapo pawn shop Kodak Easy Share camera. It's got an SD card in it. Snap my pictures of my 10 items. Walk back over to my computer. This is just a USB cord attached to my computer. Plug that in while the camera's on, and it pops up on my Windows. I have a Windows-based computer. Pops up a folder that shows the contents of the memory cards. I highlight all of them and I drag them over to a folder that is on my desktop that I keep there permanently. It says eBay Pics. It's kind of a temporary folder because for some reason to upload to eBay through here takes forever if I upload from the card directly. So I just snag all the pictures, drag them to that box, it transfers them over while I'm typing in the description. And then as I'm typing in my description, boom, I need pictures for that roll of tape. Click Add Pictures in eBay, and it opens up the eBay Pics folder automatically.
Right.
I mean, there's probably a lot easier way to do it. Like, I like the iFi card, but I don't know how that'd work. I think we talked about that on a previous show. I don't have Wi-Fi on this desktop.
You don't need Wi-Fi. Well, you know what? I take that back. One of the problems that I had at first was I didn't have Wi-Fi on the desktop. I just got one of these little wireless in.
Oh, I've got
adapters.
Yeah.
And I plugged this in, and it made it so that I was on the network, but I was still wired. Like my internet was still wired, but it would still, like the Wi-Fi card would see my computer on the network when I had this in there. So I mean, these things you can find these I find them at thrift stores all the time for $1 or $2. You know, you can get them on eBay for nothing, less than $10. I mean, no matter what, you got to
run out of USB ports though. That's my problem. I have like 8 USB ports on the back and 2 on the front, and I think I have like 1 available.
Oh yeah. That's the problem. I do end up unplugging and plugging different stuff in all the time, but it's not a big deal to me. I mean, I just do it.
So with I like the Dropbox idea though, because I've never used. I mean, I'm familiar with it. I just never used it on my iPhone. You can use Dropbox on an iPhone, can't you? Yeah. It's not an Android thing. But.
You probably can. I haven't tried. I don't have an iPhone. I do have an iPad. Yes, you can, because I have Dropbox on my iPad. The thing I don't like about Dropbox on my iPad is, like, I'll use my iPad to list sometimes, but I can't upload pictures to my listings directly from Dropbox on the iPad. You have to download the pictures from your Dropbox to the iPad, and then you can upload them, and that's just a pain. But I mean, I need to do all my editing anyway, so it's just easier for me to do it all on a laptop or on my desktop. But I mean, that's probably the thing lately that's saved me the most time, is just switching to Dropbox and starting to use them that way. Because I mean, when you're doing 100 pictures and it takes 10 seconds for it to save each individual one as you're doing your little editing stuff, it's a pain, because like now it doubles or triples your time, because it only takes me a few seconds. It's like I open the picture, 2 or 3 clicks, done, save it, go on to the next picture. And I mean, I can sit there and open like 20 pictures at a time before my computer gets bogged down, and just sit there and edit them all. Boom, 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 boom. You know? And I mean, once you get fast at that, then your pictures look a lot better. And you don't need the main thing is, I don't have an expensive camera setup. I have like a floor lamp that I can put directly on the whatever it is, like what I'm picturing, and a tripod. It's on a folding table with like a clothing rack, like a 7-foot high clothing rack behind it, and I've got like a white curtain hanging off of it, and then I use a white poster board. And the poster board isn't always big enough when you're doing big electronics and Guitar Hero guitars or clothing or stuff like that. And so that's why I'll switch back and forth. And sometimes I'll use the white backdrop. But I mean, if you got a good, or if you've gotten good at editing photos, you can make even the curtain backdrops look pretty good with just a couple of clicks.
But what are people? I mean, that's what I guess I'm getting at, because I'm seeing a lot of comments in the chat. What are people having to? I mean, maybe partially because I'm lazy, partially because I try to get it right the first time, and partially because I do have the photo taking soft boxes, which like I don't have to change anything with exposure. I'm just trying to figure out what's everybody editing some. I mean, what is there to edit?
Just when I make my video, I'll explain all that.
Well, I think this editing stuff that everybody's talking about is really, really important for Amazon with that white background. I think it's really important.
Right.
Yeah, but as far as eBay, I mean, I may have a shadow, on something of mine. I don't care too much about that. If the product itself is a really good picture, I really don't mind that shadow. I don't know. I think there's a lot of time that's wasted. I don't want to come off as pictures aren't important, because they are. But sometimes you can be so, I don't know.
Here's the thing. Like, when I first started editing my photos and I first started messing around with GIMP, there were items that I literally spent hours on trying to get my editing dialed in perfect. But once I figured out a couple of really quick and easy steps, it literally went from just, I don't know, sometimes you'll get the yellow tint on the white, or because your white balance is off, or you'll get the gray tint, and you can't see it on your camera. By the time you get downstairs and you're looking at your pictures, you're like, crap, it's not perfect. And me being I'm not necessarily a perfectionist, but I know how easy and quick it is. I can't bring myself to just go ahead and use a photo where my white background looks gray or my white background looks yellow. When all I got to do is bink, 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 2 or 3 little clicks, and it's done.
But if your white background is yellow, but the color of your actual item is right,
you'll see what I mean when I make the.
Okay.
It'll look okay, but when you change the background to white, it adjusts the color balance of the entire picture, so it brightens up the picture too and makes it stand out more.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've shown you how I do it, right, Dusty? Weren't we in a hangout one time?
You showed me when you used to take them outside in natural sunlight.
Right, and then you just a couple little tweaks that I did, and then all of a sudden you saw the difference of the picture.
I don't think I was in that one.
And I've done it here on the show too. Let's see if I've even got anything. Maybe right now I can just do a screen share so you guys can see what I mean.
Well, yeah, while you're looking, go ahead, Jan.
I was going to say, Highway Bus says Photoshop cropping and auto level also corrects. Dude, to learn how to do Photoshop, it takes time to learn how to use Photoshop.
The best thing I ever did, and I know not everybody has the funds. I know, like Paul, you're limited on space. Right back there, and I've talked about them on numerous shows. They're $79 or $7. I think I got those for $69 off Amazon Prime. I got a set of soft boxes. Each one has 4 fluorescent high Kelvin, so they're pure white bulbs in each one. I should have done it years ago. I mean, for the first 20 years of selling on eBay or whatever, my pictures look like crap. I had to use a flash on everything. Everything was yellowed. When I used the flash, then I got reflection. I don't use my flash on pictures anymore. I don't have to, period. And my background is it's some rolled canvas. I got out of a storage unit that's taped to the wall, and it comes down gradually and curves, so there's no seam in the back. I suck at taking pictures. That $70 was the best money I ever spent, and I just really don't. I mean, are my pictures perfect? No, but compared to what they used to be, they're 100 times better.
Let me show you this real quick, just so you can see what I'm talking about and how fast it is. Let's see, screen share. So this is the program I use. It's called GIMP. Do you guys see this? I only use one light. I don't have the room basically for a full lighting setup. I've got room for a little piece of poster board and a floor lamp. and a tripod. Okay, but you can see how like this is really bad. It's not it's usually more uniform than this was, but just to show you, like all you do is go to colors for the main thing, and then you'll see this whole come up, and it auto adjusts your white balance from you just find like a black point or a gray point. I always use the white point since my background's white, and you can click anywhere and boom, see how it changes the color and just brightens everything up.
Right.
Now the darker corners, that's too light. Now see, this is, I wouldn't even be able to use this photo because it's too bad. But then if it looks like this, oh crap, nope, gotta just cancel it, go back, and then you just open it back up by clicking on the photo, and then you just find a spot where it comes out okay. This is still a little bright, but you know I'm just looking to make the I'm trying to make the product look as natural as possible. Like see how now it's nice and bright, it stands out pretty good. I still wouldn't use this photo, I'd probably go and retake it, but I mean it makes it better. Let me see if I can find another photo just that's a little bit more uniform, because I know I have some on here. The only thing I don't like about Dropbox is it doesn't it can be a pain to, okay, here we go. Actually getting into some Disneyland. You guys can probably see all that, huh? It doesn't give you a preview all the time. That's a little bit of a annoyance when you're opening up through GIMP. But like once you know what you're doing, you just check the date over there, and all your dates will show up, so you'll know exactly what pictures that you took today. Here we go. Here, this is a pretty good example. See how the background's more uniform a little bit, and see how these are size 15 Chuck Taylors, so they were freaking huge.
Oh, they're awesome.
And they took up a little bit, like you can see my backdrop. See how it's still white in the back there?
Right.
But you can see the difference between the curtain and the white background. So just go to the white picker, find a nice white spot. Now since these are white on white, it's going to be hard.
Right.
So this is probably another bad example, but see how it just brings out the color a little bit more, and then if you want, you can just, oops.
I would use my black backdrop for those.
Yeah, and then once you get it decent, you can just go back and erase that, and it still isn't perfect, but and this isn't usually how I do it, but then you just try and find another, maybe a better white spot. Yeah, you'd have to use a black background for those. But anyway, that's what I do. I use absolutely horrible examples because it's just on the fly, and that's what I've got available right now. But
you know, it's too bad you can't find the space. You know, like I said, I know you're pushed on space, and I basically had to make room for that. I've got the softboxes pushed. I mean, the footprint of that really isn't. I mean, it's 3 foot by 5 foot. You know, and I can, if I need more room, I push they're on tripods, so I just push them in out of the way. And then
well, the big problem is when I got to start doing stuff like jackets and pants and Guitar Hero guitars, like big stuff. It takes a lot of space to have a big enough photo area to cover that. You know?
Go up. Because I'm actually gonna raise mine because I can't put my mannequin there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a torso mannequin without it going up high. So I'm gonna get some more of that vinyl that I got, or in your case, white poster board, and stick it, thumbtack it to your wall, you know, or whatever. Just do it up a little higher and do 2 pieces, and go higher so you can stand the guitars up. See what I'm saying? Go up and not out. It's a possibility. I just hate editing, and so I mean that was. Because I used to do a decent amount of editing, or I just let my pictures look crappy. And, I mean, I even got my wife in here. She's seen my pictures for years that I've done on eBay. And I was like, when I first got it, I took a picture, and I was like, holy cow, look at that.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
if you get my story.
Amazing. And I was like, yeah, I'm a sucky photographer, and it still looks good.
Yeah, if my pictures look like crap, I'll reshoot them. I mean, if you go to my store, you've looked at my score. They're not perfect, but none of my pictures look like total crap. You know, I mean, I feel like when somebody does a search for something, they're not just looking at price. They're looking like a good picture a good product photo makes your listing pop out, so it's important to do it. You know, I mean, take a little extra time to make your product photos look a little bit better, and I feel like it does pay off in the long run. And plus, I mean, once you do it, it's done. You know, you don't have to really do it again. You just keep relisting the item till it sells.
You know, you're talking about the Chuck Taylors in size 15. I used to, I'm gonna give away a bolo. I hate that term. Thank God that term's like almost gone now. I don't know if people still use it in big Facebook groups because I'm not in any of them, but I used to go to like Ross and TJ Maxx and look at the shoe section because they'd always have, like, I used to sell size 17 football cleats. I mean, that's massive. That's like a freaking small canoe or kayak. And because they put them on clearance, because they're not going to sell. I mean, what's the odds of them? You know, I'd find Nike football cleats on clearance and like Ross, TJ Maxx, stuff like that for $4.99, $7.99 a pair. I mean, it takes a while to sell them, but your return's pretty good. I love big size shoes. We went to the the Converse outlet in Houston, Texas, a few years ago when we were out there, and I ended up having to go to a local shipping store and ship all the shoes back that I bought. I went in there and wiped them out of all the like size 15, 16 Chuck Taylors. Good money.
Yeah, Chuck Taylors are like 9-size shoes in general are really good, but I mean, Chuck Taylors are a favorite of mine. I mean, I wear Chucks all the time, but they're a popular brand, and you can get them super cheap at garage sales and stuff. I mean, I get them at the Weigh and Pay all the time for like $1 or $2 a pair, and they'll sell for $20, $25. And people that buy Chucks know exactly what size Chucks they wear. They're always the same size. You know, I mean, if you've never worn Chucks before, then you could be like a half size off or something if you don't know, because they are not sized the same as regular shoes. But most people that buy them have like 20 pairs.
I can't wear Chuck Taylors because my feet, God, they're uncomfortable.
If you're really flat-footed, I could see them being super uncomfortable. Like, they even get uncomfortable for me if I wear them long enough. And plus, they're really cold, so I don't really wear them in the winter. But they're great for the summer.
I used to wear them a lot in the 80s, but, I mean, I was young and I was a kid and I didn't give a crap. And my last pair that I had for like 5 years. They were red, and I probably wore them maybe 10 times. And I took them into Plato's Closet, and they'll give you good money. They gave me like $17 for a pair of Chuck Taylors.
Used?
Yeah, used and 5 years old and scuffed up. And I mean, they hadn't been worn a ton, but I'm pretty tough on shoes.
Yeah, I was at a Goodwill Arc the other day, and I found like 20 or like probably a dozen pairs of Chucks, all my size. They wanted like $15 a pair for them, so I didn't jump. But they were like, there was a candy cane one, there was a pair of like red, white, and blue American flag ones, just all these crazy colors and styles. But they were beat up, so I didn't jump on them. But I mean, if you can find a lot, like if you're at a garage sale and you see like 10 pairs of Chuck Taylors and they're all the same size and different styles, and you can get them for a couple bucks a pair, I mean, you're talking a couple $100 that somebody out there would probably be willing to pay for the whole collection if they're all the same size and they just like the styles.
Okay, I gotta ask, what's the difference between a Chuck Taylor and a Converse?
It's a style of Converse.
Yeah, it's just the Converse is the brand, Chuck Taylor is just the style.
But they all look the same to me as far as Converse.
No, the Chuck Taylors are the canvas ones.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can also find some with leather uppers, but most of them are canvas. High tops and low tops. Then you get the crazy ones that the girls wear that go up their calves and stuff.
Okay, here's the next question. Who's Chuck Taylor?
He was a basketball player in like the 50s, maybe. The Chuck Taylors were the original basketball shoes. People used to, before there were like real, Jordan Air or whatever the hell they're called now. I mean, people used to play basketball in those, believe it or not. Can you imagine? Yeah. I bet they got some great lift in those.
So, on these Chuck Taylors, I'm going to finish swallowing.
But the style of shoes, I don't know. I'd have to Google it and see when Converse created it. It was created probably in the 1950s, I'm going to guess. And it has been just a classic style that has stuck around forever.
Right.
So what was your next question?
Now, does it matter where they were, the Chuck Taylors, where they were made? I mean, because
They just need to be Converse All-Stars. You'll
Okay.
find One Stars that are kind of similar, but that's like the Kmart brand.
The
No.
Target. Yeah, the one stars are the Target brand, and they're pretty cheapo.
Yeah.
and it'll
I mean-
say 1 stars on them.
Yeah, it says 1 star on the heel and on the tongue. But if it says All Stars, then they're like $50 for a brand new pair.
Okay.
But they're like, it's cool to have them broken in, so if they're a little worn or whatever, people still buy them, and they'll pay decent money.
Right on.
They're a shoe where like he said, they're a shoe where the grunge look is cool.
Yeah.
Like the ones he just showed were kind of dirty, scuffy, whatever. The people don't want them shiny. Like I know you like to clean stuff, Chad. Don't clean them. Seriously.
Yeah. And see, and I think that's also important. You know, hold on, I can turn my camera on now because I'm done eating. No, I think it's important. I mean, a lot of people in the chat could be looking at me saying, God, he's a dumbass. But really, if you don't know, ask. I mean, because I have no idea. No idea. So I asked. I don't.
Yeah. And
Go ahead.
that was the right thing to do. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
I'm not too proud because there are a ton. I know a lot about a lot, but there is a lot I have no clue about. And I think in this business, if you're not asking, you're not learning.
I pass by stuff all day, every day that is probably worth millions. But you know what? When I come out and I'm like, look at what I paid this for this and I got this much for it, and it's like one of those obscure things that not that many people know about, everybody's going to be like, oh my God. You know, and the same people that are like, look what you just walked past in that that ride-along video. You walked past this and that and this and that, and this was worth this, and it's like, I'm not going to take the time to learn about stuff that, you know, once in a blue moon, maybe I'll find something that's worth a couple grand. If I gotta sit there and mess around with a bunch of stuff that's like $20 here, $15 there, and takes forever to sell. You know, I mean, it would be great to know what a Tiffany lamp looks like, and like just that's where you just get into maker's marks and stuff. But I just feel like that's not the kind of stuff that I jump across. Like watches, you know, I know just enough about watches where I can do a quick glance in the watch case and usually find something that's like I'll know which one's the money. But look at this. What do you think of this watch, Dusty? Speaking of watches, it's a Swiss-made alligator band. I'm pretty sure it's silver. It looks like a little older, vintage. Can you see
Let me
it?
see. What brand is it?
Looks like it's pewter.
I'm pretty sure, judging by like the stuff or the research I did, I think it's silver, but it's a Khaleesi. It's Swiss-made. Let's see. Showerproof, which this one isn't because there's like this rubber ring around the bezel that part of it's worn off. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool little watch. It's the first alligator skin watch that I've ever found. That's what makes me think it's silver.
It's probably just a leather band. It's probably not alligator. You know what I mean?
No,
It's
it says alligator on the band.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, crocodile. A Khaleesi crocodile.
What do you think of this watch?
What do you
It's
think?
a solid gold Mickey Mouse watch. I mean, we're
Yeah,
talking
right.
solid. Hey, dude, you can look at it and tell that that's gold.
Loris?
Hold on. You can look at that.
Loris Mickey Mouse watches. That's one thing I do check for. I do collect watches, but I don't collect Mickey Mouse watches. But yeah, the Loris Mickey Mouse watches can be some good money.
Can they? Every Loris Mickey Mouse watch I've ever looked up seemed to be really cheap. Like Chinese movement, even some of them.
Oh, this is Japanese movement, man.
Ooh, baby.
top of the line.
There's certain ones, and I usually have to research them because I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, there's certain ones of the Mickey Mouse. I mean, I say decent money. They're a couple $100, 150.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Should probably pay more attention, but like I said, I've researched enough of those Loris Mickey Mouse watches to just not be interested in trying to look them up anymore unless they look really old. But
I got that for like 50 cents, I think.
Yeah, it's not actually solid gold, is it?
Oh, it is. It is 100% solid gold, baby.
Surely I got a watch laying around here somewhere. Look at that fossil. I don't know why it was in a box full of jumps. Look at this. Look at this Movado. Fake. I'm 90% positive that's fake. I can't remember. It's been down there for about a year. I can't remember if I took the back off of it or not.
Is that how you usually tell?
Yeah, I would check the movement and crap on that. And I mean, one of the big telltale signs is, to me, is that the silver plating, which is not silver plated, but the nickel plating is, I don't know if that'll show up on camera, but it's worn through. You can actually see like the brassy copper alloy underneath there on each side of the face. You know, a real Movado would be a little thicker plated, where that wouldn't typically happen unless you're really tough on a watch. Yeah. There's a lot of fake Movados out there.
I got a couple Rolexes over here.
I grabbed that some storage unit crap. I was going to throw a battery in it. My wife liked it. I was going to say, hey, it's fake. Keep it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the battery's dead on that one. I had to order a battery.
Yeah, pretty much every watch that I pick up, the battery's dead unless it's one of these G-Shocks or a Citizen Eco Drive or something, like one of those solar-powered ones that last forever. I bought a G-Shock a few months ago, and last summer. What's that?
Turner, T-E-R-N-E-R.
That's a pretty nice one.
Looks cheap to me.
It doesn't look cheap.
I mean, you can't really tell with this camera.
Am I out of focus? Is my...
You're getting a little grainy here and there, but it's not bad. Probably like me. I don't think that I'm that clear.
I don't know what's going on with my internet connection. It's not making sense.
It's that dial-up.
Yeah.
It may be Google Hangouts, because last night, apparently, you, on Profit Talk, you, Paul, and Danica were both really grainy, and apparently I looked good, which is totally...
Well, when I went back and watched the replay, I didn't look too bad. But...
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, that's what you get for streaming, you know? I mean, streaming video is still not that fast unless you've got a ridiculous internet connection.
I thought I had a ridiculous internet connection.
Oh, you don't know what... I'm talking like fiber. There's an E in front of it. E-C...
Gotcha.
C-L-I-S-S-I. Yeah, it seemed like it was a pretty expensive watch, though, when I looked it up. I just haven't gotten around to listing it. I'm not keeping it. But anyway, I got to get out of here, guys. It's about that time. Gotta get to the gym. You know, it's been so long, man. I'll get with you later about it, Dusty.
All right.
Anybody got anything before we go?
Ooh, Midwest
Ecom is coming up July 23rd and 24th. I'll look into going. Maybe I'll hit up. Is it Bubble Fest? That's
Bubble Fest. They're a sponsor.
No, they do the Chicago one.
Bubble Fest is a sponsor of this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Budweiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll look into them more, and we'll see about maybe getting out there for that. It'd be a fun weekend, you know, birthday weekend, go see everybody, meet everybody. That'd be awesome. But yeah, we will be back next week. You got the Reseller Pulse tomorrow night, Chad?
Yes, sir.
Friday night. What time is it?
9 Eastern, and don't forget to check us out tonight on Jason T. Smith's channel for Thrifty Business.
That sounds like it's going to be a blast. But I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how you're going to compete with Jason on that, because the Spice Girls are obviously going to own the crap out of Selena.
Are you serious?
Oh.
No.
That would be a good place to end the show right there. Thanks for coming, Bitcoin.
Oh, dude.
Like, comment,
Dude.
subscribe. Go check out the Reseller Society on Facebook. It's a really big group where you can get all your reselling questions answered. I've also got my group, the Reseller Wakeup. Dusty just opened his group, the Alabama Pickers, this morning, right?
Yeah, I need more members.
Yeah,
I'll
so,
pictures on Facebook.
He needs warm bodies, is what he needs.
yeah. I mean, if,
No, I
for
need
some,
dialogue and questions and posts and things like
I mean,
that.
if for some reason you actually like Dusty and whatever, go check out his new Facebook group. He's going to be posting stuff. He does his own little live hangouts here and there too, and whenever he's going to be on a show, I'm sure he'll post a link. But that way you can kind of keep tabs a little bit better and easier. And you can always subscribe to my channel. Easiest way to find me. That like button if you like the content. And what else? Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.